Is Bitcoin right now in danger with the price action that we are seeing at this specific moment? Guys, in today's video, we are going to keep it very, very simple. We are going to have a look at the Bitcoin price. I'm going to have a look with you at this specific chart, which basically will tell us most likely what's going on with Bitcoin. So guys, drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Let's jump straight into it. So when we have a look at Bitcoin, guys, we do have this kind of rising wedge formation where we have like rising but like emerging pattern, right, where it's get more narrow and narrow. Normally this tends to be a bearish pattern. However, in bull markets we have seen very often that Bitcoin is ignoring these bearish patterns, and that the less likely scenario, so for example it has a 30% chance to break up, like a 70% chance to break down, that you can see that it is breaking up. However, right now we are seeing something very interesting, and that is that the level that we are seeing with Bitcoin is just very, very significant. And let me show you why that is such a significant level. Well, if we go right here, we go to the logarithmic scale, where can we view that? Right here. And we take the measurement from the top right here till the bottom from the Fibonacci retracement tool, then you can see that Bitcoin right now is touching the golden ratio. This is the most important level normally when we have a look at retracements. And what we can also see is that this golden ratio is also showing confluence with previous support and resistance. So definitely knocking on the heavy resistance door. That's something we've been seeing already for quite some time. However, if we can break through this, then sky's the limit. We can definitely get a big surge in the Bitcoin price. But now comes the interesting thing, and that is another chart which is telling the exact same story as the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin chart is telling us, hey, we are at a massive resistance, the golden ratio. Often, even if we do want to break that level, we first get a pullback, because there's just, this level is just very significant. And when we have a look at the stablecoin dominance, which is showing an inverse correlation with Bitcoin, which means that everything that happens in this chart is the complete opposite of Bitcoin's chart. So when this chart goes up, Bitcoin goes down, and when this chart goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And what we can see right here is that we did have quite a big correction on the stablecoin dominance, even made a lower low right here from this bigger declining channel, as you can see. But the levels that we are touching are just very, very significant, because we are touching the bottom of this channel right here. That is the first one. We have the bottom of the channel right here. That is actually support. Then previous resistance also is lining up there, which is an extra form of support. And if that is not everything, and we zoom out right here, we can actually see that the first Fibonacci level, and it's maybe better visible on the weekly time frame, guys, the first Fibonacci level from the bottom of this whole uptrend till the top is also aligning exactly at that specific level that we are trading right now. So this is also something I shared over on Will Alerts. It really would make sense to get a reaction from this level. And if we zoom in on the shorter term time frame, we see that we hold that support. We are setting higher lows. We bring out the relative strength index on the 4-hour time frame. We consolidate in a triangle formation somewhat. But there's big divergences going on, right? While this price is moving sideways, we are seeing the relative strength index going up, trying a couple of times to break out, resulted in a fake out, which means that it came back to the support again, and Bitcoin back to the resistance again. So it is very choppy price action, but this looks like it wants to bounce at least a little bit. It wants to get a little bit of a breather before it can go lower. Otherwise, the chances of this just breaking this massive support in one go is just low. It's slightly low. But if we do break that support, guys, we most likely get a massive rally in Bitcoin. When this one is being broken, we get most likely a massive rally in Bitcoin. And I think that can coincide with Bitcoin approval of the Bitcoin spot ETF. So guys, this is something that I'm watching right now. Bitcoin is at heavy resistance. And the stablecoin dominance is at heavy support, and it would really make sense for the Bitcoin price to at least come down a little bit right here, maybe even test some levels while the stablecoin dominance makes a small bounce right here. It doesn't have to be big, to be honest, because we already left that bigger channel, but maybe just a smaller bounce, maybe even to the top of this channel again, and then we can come lower. So these are some scenarios that I'm watching. If you want to wait for confirmation, then you gotta wait till the stablecoin dominance gives a clear breakdown, and that breakdown, guys, will most likely be presented to us on a silver platter right here, with breaking this uptrending support in the relative strength index decisively. Most likely that will happen before we are going to break that support over in the price, so we will get an early sign from the relative strength index, and this is definitely a big edge, as there is not a single other trader that is looking at this chart, at least that I know of, at least also looking at this chart in the short term time frame. So this is definitely an edge that we have against other traders, because our imagination can reach a little bit more farther than just the Bitcoin price. So if Bitcoin wants to remain bullish, definitely we need to break out to the upside. Is that possible? Yes, it's still possible, but considering where we are in the 60-day cycle as well, we are right now on day 50. Normally that low comes on day 60, so that is like early December. I definitely think that the chances are increasing for Bitcoin to see a correction. Also, because that fractal that we have been talking about, that rising wedge that can break out to the upside, this one definitely right now takes a little bit longer than that fractal that we have seen before, although they look very, very similar. So definitely don't close your mind completely for that scenario, but it's just becoming the less likely scenario. The longer we trade right here, the closer we are getting to the 60-day cycle low. So yeah, that's just something to watch, because it's all about probabilities. And yeah, probability right now is that it's increasing that we are going to see a correction. Maybe we dip one more time into this zone as well. That would be the one more dip into this green zone right here. It's just important that you watch the stablecoin dominance, as the stablecoin dominance will give us a clear image whether this thing breaks down or whether this thing is just faking out into support, and we can see Bitcoin afterwards correcting. So guys, that was it also for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, make sure to leave a thumbs up, guys. Very much appreciated. If you are new, make sure to subscribe down below. Stay connected with me during this bull market. Guys, yesterday I published a video, a BingX tutorial, where I'm explaining basically the whole BingX exchange, all the futures that they are having. We're even doing some live trades over on there. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to watch that BingX tutorial. It's a very good exchange. It may help you this bull market to have a backup exchange, as a lot of regulations are coming to this space, and BingX is one of the only exchanges where you don't need any KYC. They also offer a lot of different things, which I'm explaining in that tutorial. So if you haven't seen that tutorial published yesterday, guys, make sure to watch that tutorial, and I will see every single one of you in the next video.